Hi, I'm Michael Milgram, and welcome to Song of the Soul, 2nd edition. When we think over the last year that we've had, I think one of the most lasting impressions for so many people, I think especially for our youth, is how small it makes us feel in terms of political unrest, a raging epidemic, the economic impact that it's had on everybody, being isolated, having your movement so limited, etc., and feeling so helpless with it all. It's been really hard on people. I think as forces around us feel bigger and bigger, and we feel smaller and smaller, the biggest challenge for people in this day and age is to ask, do we believe in man? Do we believe if man can make a difference, if man matters? I think one of the challenges and one of the questions that people asked in the 20th century was different to some extent. I think the first question that people struggled with is whether God exists, whether there's a kind force that leads and directs this world. And I think we've gone beyond that it's not only whether God exists, but whether man matters, whether we believe that man can make a difference, can be a force to have an impact on this world, to make this a better world. So with the smallness of man that we all face and struggle with in our minds, I wrote this poem. It really is a poem about the relationship between God and man and whether we matter, whether we matter to God, or if we're just, some cosmic experiment and he doesn't really care about what happens with us. So anyway, with those deep reflections, I wrote this poem. It's called Seeking Spirit. And here's how it goes. When I survey the sky's vast vault of blue, the autumn hills, their varied, vibrant hue, the mighty ocean breakers play and dance, star-twinkling sky, unfathomed great expanse, the mountains dwarf me with their majesty, the seed which holds the mystery of its tree. A world that soars in bold and grand design seems so indifferent to which course I'll find. O one who formed the planets, sky, and sea, how could you have regard for tiny me? But when I turn to view the inner scape, mind settles, a new space reveals its shape. The mountains, as life's challenges arise, the grit to climb them towards the beckoning skies. The valleys of regret, fear, and despair. The ocean's deep of love two hearts can share. A restless spirit asking what its role, what's its role, and seeks the hand that formed the awesome whole. This spirit is the seed in dust-made man, so marvelously designed, speaks of a plan of love and yearning, destiny, his charge, his call, embracing all and each. Therein I find my Lord's regard for me. I hope for all of you that you can find that regard and that relationship with a greater you and a greater spirit beyond you. Thank you for listening.